Hello, my name is Thor, or you might say Thor. I'm a guitaraholic. There, I said it. It's out. I'm afraid it's true. I've collected far too many guitars that I can reach over to play. So yeah, things just happens. But today is the day that I've decided to get rid of some of them. And I just thought I'd share. Makes it easier, of course, to be a guitaraholic, to share it with someone. Maybe you have a tendency yourself in that area. Some of us do. I know. I have to show you, I have already made this ready to ship. And packed this safe, posted it. I hope the postage will be kind. And yeah, so what's in that box? That's my bass guitar. It's the Tokai bass guitar that I've had for years. So why am I selling that, you might ask? Well, it happens to be that I have got a new bass guitar, or really an old bass guitar. So it's this one. This is a 1978 Fender Precision bass, and it looks to me to be in all original state. It's missing those ashtray covers, and there's a sign of a couple of screw holes here. I guess that's the cover that is supposed to be over these. I would have taken these off anyways, so I haven't seen many players use them. And there is this thumb rest here that I also probably will just screw off. It's just in the way. But this is a beautiful instrument. So it's not that my Tokai wasn't a good instrument, it was. But I can't have two, and I decided to get this one. I have had this urge to get a real Fender P bass for some time now. And when this showed up in my favorite guitar, used guitar feed, there was no way to avoid it. I had to get it. So this is 78, so my thought is also that it will probably not go down in value. So yeah, my bass guitar playing is kept here to make demos and stuff, so I have no ambitions of being a bass player in a band, although that would be quite cool. But you need to select from what you have time to do, I guess, so that will not likely happen. Yeah, so that's the bass guitar story out of the way. That will be sent to the postage tomorrow. What more? Yeah, I have two more guitars for sale now, and one of them is my jazz box. So I had an idea of getting to be a much better jazz guitar player. I still have ambitions to be better, but maybe not in that direction. Not that much, at least. I would like to go more into be able to do more with my blues soul kind of style, and just to go more outside of that limiting box. Yeah, I think I already can say that I play melodic, but there are also some things that I hear other players like Robin Ford, of course, Matt Schofield also to some extent, and of course Paul Stafford Cook. Hi Paul, if you're watching. He's a great player. If you haven't discovered Paul, please check out his channel, Paul Stafford Cook. I'll link to his channel below here. He's just a great guitar player and he knows his way around the fretboard. And yeah, I would like to be more like Paul. I have to put in the hours. Well, anyways, I'm selling the George Benson signature Ibanez GP200. And so it's out for sale, and it's a great guitar, but it's just a pity that I don't give it enough love. So it needs to go to a guitarist that will see to that it gets more love. I have 3 Strats, or S-style guitars if you like. And recently I put together this Partscaster. This has a Pinewood body, and I got this some years ago. I tried to relic it a bit and I regretted it very much because I made a lousy job of it. And after a while I found that I need to see if I could make it a bit better, and I think I ended up with doing that. It was especially this area here. This had no relic when I got it. It was just some things here along the side that was reliced, but I wanted it to resemble something I've seen probably as a preference. But the Pinewood is so tender, if you like. So when you scrape it, you really dig into the wood. So it's kind of soft. I managed to work a bit more on it, and I tinted it a bit, so because it was a bit white, the wood. And I think it looks good now. And I really bonded with this. So this is the guitar that I reach for every time I want to play a Strat. It's so resonant. Even acoustic, and that's a good sign, of course. There are quality parts on this. The bridge and the saddles, the tremolo system with a full metal block here, and it keeps tuning very well. So all this is good. It's licensed Fender parts. The neck is, I think it's Musikkraft, and it's MJT body, Pinewood. It's very lightweight. It's just a super good guitar, and the tones from it, I just love it. So that leads to one of my favorite guitars not being played. The Fraser, my S-style Fraser, doesn't get that attention and love that it needs. So that Fraser is just a wonderful instrument. Also a great sounding guitar, and resonant, and all the things that I just described about the other one. I just find that I don't pick it up that much. And that says something, of course, so I need to let it go. So that is also out for sale now. What am I keeping? I have 2 ES-335s. I have my Sunburst 1963 reissue. That is going nowhere. That will just stay. That is a wonderful guitar and has been my #1 for playing live gigs now for years. But also the red ES-335, that is a 2001 Dot, as it's called. is also a great guitar. There is a story with that red ES, and that is that it has a neck break. I had it here in the room, and it fell over on the floor and the neck broke, like boom. So it's professionally repaired, so you can almost not see it. Hang on, I'll get it. So I went behind it and bent down to get something, and my big fat ass touched this, and it just went like this, boom. And when it hit the floor, it just snapped. There is a line going down here. Let's see, here. Maybe you're able to see it. It's a very nice repair. So this is a super good guitar. So it will probably also just stay here. It's a bit of a luxury to have two of these, of course, but yeah. One more guitar that will stay, my Telecaster. I have just one, believe it or not. This is made in Japan Telecaster. It has been modded till the unrecognizable, but so the neck is not original. The bridge plate here is not original. It was a top loader, and I drilled holes in it, pretty ugly. I didn't manage to get it in a row, but now it's a string through. I did it because I imagined or read or saw a video or whatever that said that it will give it more sustain. I'm not sure that it did, but it's like that now, and it works. Even being ugly, it works fine. So just a great guitar. I also replaced the bridge pickup for a broadcaster pickup. That is making it a bit fuller, not so bright and trebly. I love that. Really a high output pickup, but it isn't louder, but it's just fuller. So a great guitar. And I see this as a very all-round type of guitar, so you can get really a lot of tones from it. And especially now, because I have installed this 6-way switch here, I made a video of that also, of course, so you can watch that to get out of phase tones, or you get a humbucker tone also with this switch. Great. Yeah, that's the Telecaster. And then we end up in the Les Paul department. So I've had quite a few Les Paul guitars, custom shops. I had a 58, I had a 60, and this one is my latest. And it's also one that is going over. I love this guitar. This is so magic. And yeah. It's also pretty resonant playing it acoustic. It just feels so good to play this guitar, and it's just, whew, yeah, I can't, yeah, it's good, as you understand. But I have this Epiphone that I've been bragging about how good it is, and it is really good. I played it yesterday. This guitar plays better, just the playability, than that one. It's much easier. The neck feels so good on this, and it's a great sounding guitar, great playability, and it's a bit lighter in weight. So this is a good guitar to bring to rehearsals, but it doesn't have that mojo that my Greco has. So that seems to be important to me. I don't know about you, but some things matter, and the looks and mojo and how you bond with your guitars, that's quite something. That's quite important, at least for me. So this is a great guitar. It doesn't give me that love connection, if you like, that I do with my Greco, but it's going over. It stays here. What I show you now is the one guitar that I've brought most often to rehearsals with my band, because it's very versatile, it's lightweight, it sounds fabulous, and it's the cheapest guitar I have. It's that SG that I got some months ago, and I thought I'd get it to have it as a project guitar to check out different pickups in it and whatever I wanted to do for my YouTube channel. This is the perfect guitar to experiment with, being this cheap, but it is so good. It's one of the best guitars in playability that I have here. So these two Epiphones that I've shown you now, they are both made in Korea. And I don't know if that is special for those. I've read that it is, that many people claim that the Epiphones coming out of Korea, at least for this time period, that these two guitars came out of Korea. Yeah, so also a very good guitar, and so easy to bring because of the lightweight, and I know that I get a good tone, and yeah, just a cool guitar. So I have one more guitar that is not getting that much attention from me, and that is also a Les Paul, an Epiphone. This is a Chinese Epiphone that I bought like a wreck. It was in parts and sanded down. It was originally a humbucker here, but now it's a P90 that my good friend in Evil Sheep Guitar Pickups made for me after my preference of tone. He nailed it, and it's great sounding guitar. Just the one pickup, one volume, one tone. Such a simple setup and great thing. So the neck on this is quite different from the other ones. It's more wider, and it has a very flat radius. Yeah, I haven't played this for ages now, so maybe I need to make some more music with this now. So, yeah, I forgot to show you the second Strat. I'll bring that. So this is my black, and inside is the pickups, also called the Black One. It's the John Mayer type that Radio Shop Pickups makes. So they are brilliant. I made a video where I demonstrated them and tried to get into John Mayer land with the tones. To me, they sound ace, and this is also a very good guitar. Something with the neck that I'm not quite bonding with. It has this very whitish, grayish wood. I prefer it to be warmer in tone, like this looks more vintage. This that I have on the Pine. I think this is probably an older body. It's also an MJT body, so Partscaster, of course, this as well. The neck is, I think it's in all parts. I might confuse the two, but I think this is also a licensed Fender neck. Has a Callahan saddles here, very nice. Nice parts, plays great, wonderful tremolo system. full block here, and yeah, it's just something with the neck that doesn't appeal that much to me with the looks. So maybe I could just replace the neck, sell this neck of course, and get a one looking more like that. That's something I will do. New project. Okay, I think that's it. I of course have a small collection of acoustic guitars. I'll come back to that in a different video. But so there you go. Will there be more guitars? You never know. Kind of feel content. I know I am a guitaraholic. I have my ES-335. I'm well sorted in that department. Also in my Les Paul department. My S-style or Strat department, yes, very well sorted. I have the Telecaster. I don't need an additional Telecaster. I even have that P90 Les Paul. So it's all good. I think I'm where I have aimed to be with my guitar collection. So I'm a happy, lucky man. Very. Okay, that's it. I need to deliver that bass guitar to the post office to get it shipped. And yeah, I need to start playing these guitars now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye for now.